Are you okay?
My daddy always was a gentleman. Never the kind who ever forced a hand. He would always be the last one, but you can bet that he would stand his ground. He would tell me, son, sometimes you got no choice. You got to kick up and up, yours is hurt. Sometimes you gotta make some noise to be heard. Anybody ever
Your phone.
told you back?
Oh man.
Hi, welcome back to Solar Acres.
Can people see us? I don't know.
Yeah.
What up?
Hi.
Will we even get one bored person interested in
Who knows?
watching us be bored?
Well, I'm gonna go to my painting because I painted a wooden sign. So see you around.
Yeah. I don't know.
They could see us.
Yeah, maybe. We'll find out. Hey.
Solar Acres.
All the brightness you got.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, here comes Eli. He's ready
All
to.
right.
He's like, I want to be camera.
This will probably be one of the most boring things you ever could watch. And if you're watching it, then you must be pretty bored too.
Well, happy Easter.
What? We're entertaining.
We got a fire. This is all our hill here.
Yep.
And the other hill too.
And this is the chat here.
And we're in quarantine. No, we're not quarantined. We're in lockdown.
We're in shelter in place.
California. Shelter in place. Yeah.
So I painted this white so I can draw on it.
This old Winnebago can't go nowhere because it's on lockdown.
Yep.
Now it's our
There I go.
extended living area.
I don't have no shady places to sit at the house, so I said, well, if we're locked down, I'm putting the RV in front of the house.
Hold on, you down there.
So that's what we did.
Your dad and I used to do this.
Really?
Not on YouTube. But we used to do it on another
Be
service.
And
You
why,
were little.
and why are we wearing Hawaiian? Well,
Well,
the reason why is because I started it. I had this Hawaiian shirt I never wear, and I said, you know what? I'm going to wear it on Easter because we ain't going anywhere.
yeah.
And then my daughter and my wife decided to do it too.
Yeah. I just gotta take my apron off.
So, yeah, it's a Hawaiian vacation Easter lockdown.
Okay. Hold on, guys.
That's kind of a funny song for Easter. Jesus walks.
Here we go. And I might look taller because I'm wearing high heels.
I just got an email telling me that that we're live.
Oh, they warned you. They said, hey, your computer's on, man.
Hey, don't do that.
Come on, doing TikTok.
Well-
No. Come on, I gotta.
Grandma?
No.
They got nobody in there. What?
Nope, no one.
Nobody wanted to see.
None of our 23 subscribers.
Nobody wanted to see what we're doing. You gotta be kidding me.
Well,
You could tell Red and Rip were live on YouTube. Like,
Hey, not sure if you're doing anything, but
if you want to stop by, we're on YouTube Live.
I wear my glove, this glove right here, so I can paint and not get out on my hand. This one does not have one.
she's gonna say, "What does that mean?"
It means click on it.
obviously means you don't have bell notifications because you already would have been notified that we're live.
You done been notified. Oh,
The fire's
when the barrel
feisty.
gets going, it's screaming.
It's feisty.
Yep. Oh,
Just gotta wait for this to dry, and then I have my new markers I can draw. My dad.
Are you tell this story now?
Oh yeah.
in the dirt, buried in the dirt. I was on a rock on a hike and
And you say what? And
no, I don't. But it was amazing, and I said I'm taking this home. And the funny thing is, there's wood everywhere too. It hadn't been used as a fire pit anytime soon. It was buried in mud, but
yeah.
I took enough wood home in the fire barrel, and I came home, and I was so excited.
And now it's doing quite good.
It's one of my favorite things I have.
Yeah.
My barrel and my other thing's a walking stick, and both of them costed me nothing.
Him and his walking stick and fires. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I might look weird, but I like this.
If you want to have more room, you can move the table over.
You can't see what my eyes are doing, so.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Can you see
Yeah,
my
let's
eyes?
move over the other side. We could get blind. You don't want to be on the Canon camera.
No one's saying anything. I can't read it. No.
You know what's funny? Before Corona happened,
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
everyone hated my flip phone and my old computer, and now we use the crap out of them.
Well, I use my dad's flip phone because I call my friends, but I sometimes do now.
Now you're blocking the fire.
I'm mostly painting now.
Why don't you get a chair and come
I'm
sit down
mostly
over here,
painting
bud?
now.
Why don't you
No,
get that chair?
I'm not leaving.
People want to see the fire. Look
I'm
at that.
mostly painting now because I got some from, and I got stuff from the Easter egg hunt. So, okay.
So you guys all on a
Hey, look.
quarantine?
It says one person's watching. Like it says that one thing.
It's us.
Like,
We can't watch ourselves. Somebody's watching.
We're on
Hello, one person.
We're on quarantine.
Besides the three of us, you're the coolest person in all the rest of the whole world.
well,
That's pretty funny.
yeah. I just saw it and I was like, well, one person. Peace. Okay, this needs to dry a little longer, and then I start finishing it up, and I'll show you the end.
Whenever you have a fire going, you always put a big ass log on the top.
Is it ready to go?
It's called the all-nighter. Oh,
And
there you go. Shit.
You need some help?
Sorry.
It's okay. I said specifically that this channel wasn't meant for children. So
There we go. Yeah. I think that'll do it. Hell yeah. I
watch your
know.
mouth.
I'm bad. Potty mouth. Hey, you see that log in the background there?
okay,
Hard to tell.
I got the marker, and it's like a paint marker, so that's the tip. We're going to be using that in a few minutes, so I'll show you how it will look.
What do you think you're doing? Some kind of art school on there?
Yes. Really, it's important for me. So, that one person's still watching. Welcome,
You don't need to comment on the one person.
person. I know that.
No. That's nice.
That's a
One
nice.
watching.
That's what you see when you see that we're live streaming. just a
Okay.
picture.
Okay. It's neat.
Whoa, I'm gonna fall.
It is what it is.
But
Well, that's what you're looking at.
we need it to dry so this does not get all messy.
I hope that you're having a good Easter.
And everyone's safe in their homes.
Getting a little bit of some kind of fun or relief today from
Yeah, you should try to color.
all the stress in this poor world.
Yeah, you should color, paint, sketch. I like all those stuff. Sketching is actually my favorite.
Or just burn a lot of logs.
Well,
Make you feel better too.
okay. If you have a fireplace, you
Could
can
you already tell them what you're gonna do on there later?
Oh,
quesadilla by putting a flour tortilla or
Nice.
something, some type of tortilla on there, and then putting cheese, and then putting sour cream and eating it. But we don't have lime, so I can't put lime.
and I'm gonna put a little tri-tip on there.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's the beets on there. You can't have it on. It doesn't
It's
matter.
not the Dukes.
So it's already ripped, you mean?
Well, I'm not going here and say the name of every artist that comes on.
Because we'll get right. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna check on the art. Make sure. Okay, I think I'll be back. I'm going.
A lot of the time, if you pay attention, a lot of times you see a lot of birds, vultures, and sometimes a crow.
The woodpeckers, I think it's mating season because they've been getting on the trees and
Yeah.
you hear them talking and squawking and they're
Yeah,
There's
guys.
all over the place.
Yeah, there's a
Or-
lot of vultures here.
So when they start to dry, I'm gonna actually go. I'll see you on the other side somewhere. Bye.
The other side, that ain't positive. We're trying to get
On the other side of the fence.
we're trying to get
right
through Corna, not
Okay, call Carnival.
Corna. Oh man. I hope anyone suffering or knows anyone or whatever, it's terrible. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just trying to listen and stay in place, and I stay home as long as I can, and that's what we do.
Hello.
Did you tell my parents, bro?
No.
I wonder if they would look at it. Tell them they could put it on the TV. Be like, what the? Tell them if they want to see a fire, put YouTube on their TV. That's pretty funny. But yeah,
Eli Squad.
honestly, all I could say is everybody just listen to what we're told for now, because there might come a point where we don't agree with what the government is telling us. Maybe we have a different view or something, but at this point, we really need to listen. I just want to say that we need to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen such a thing. I thought people would not want to listen, and then it's the opposite. We're all afraid that the president's gonna make us all leave our houses. I thought people wouldn't want to leave, but it's the opposite,
Eli scared me.
which is good, I guess.
Scared that out of me.
Oh look, the flames coming around the log there.
Guys. Hey, you want to come see the people?
Oh, that's the beat.
It's MXPX. Heaven is a
Oh.
place on earth.
Oh.
Now I can turn it up.
I know that I'm kind of a square sometimes because I'll hear like a song starting
Daddy,
and I'll get excited, but then it'll be like some other version that's
Show Eli.
he is. He was mad at you.
What were you doing? Where were you?
you can't go to the graveyard.
You in the graveyard, fool?
Stop. I don't think they can see you. They can't see you. You're my baby. My baby.
Eli,
I've got the pen right in here.
What is your problem?
we're telling him to get down. He's getting crazy.
Get down.
Oh. There we go.
Now.
Bless you. It's crazy. There's not one vote here. Maybe they're all celebrating Easter somewhere. I don't know. Usually they're out, man.
They're like, oh my god, OMG, everyone sees us, we gotta hide.
We've almost been here for a year.
Yeah.
Here?
In over a month it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like 2 months. So we're here, been here for 10 months.
Yeah.
Guys, I think it's time to color the board.
All right, Shelby, you enjoy yourself now.
Okay. I think this will work. I'll show you what it's gonna look like in a minute.
So you can put all
If you have one.
anything you got to do, you know. The gas fire, like there's carbon monoxide when, I mean, that's obviously putting out carbon monoxide, right?
Okay.
The same thing.
You can kind of see it's backwards, but it says Shelby's room.
Okay.
My door, I'll be back.
Please give a like.
Yeah, when you're at it. Turn it around.
Careful.
Watch out, there's paint on there.
No, there isn't. It's all
It's
dry.
all about your arm right there. Oh my god, put it, come on, man. Get it together. Crazy.
Kids, am I right?
Oh, here, put the brush. Okay, guys, be back. Like and subscribe.
We'll be waiting.
Yeah, there's nothing fine. I get bored staying in place, but if I had to stay in place, or if I have to stay in place, not such a bad place.
That is true. Well, I'm glad there's one person watching.
But I'll tell you what, I get itchy though. I feel like, you know, because of the RV. I love the lifestyle. I don't go far, can't afford to, don't have the
We don't have
time. You
right
know,
now.
I think the longest we've gone is like 9 or 10 hours away.
When we went down south.
Yeah, about 9 hours from home. We did that a couple times. But even when you do something like that, to go and not and be able to have fun and make it back to your house.
Is Slab City the farthest we've gone?
I don't know. It takes 6 days, so it's 6 days to just to do 3 days in and 3 days back. You know, then you want to have some time there. You need over a week just to pull off a trip that's like 9 hours from your house. You know, I mean, you don't need 3 days. You need It's nice to take off one day, like say you were working, you get out of work, drive halfway there or something that day, and then the next day get there. You know.
There's a blue jay. What?
The stair cut.
I'm sorry that the stair. I'm sorry the stair was rude like that. Ouch! That is bad. You sure that wasn't the door?
Nope, that was the stair because I always.
Well, yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, I get itchy and I want to go
Did you
move.
tell Grandma?
Like we're like the
In real life?
typical
I just
weekend
told her to.
warrior type
said,
people where like
We are.
we just want to you know, you
I
work
get
in the
you.
week and then when you're done you want to
Join.
you know you do your school or whatever you're
She just called
doing.
your mom a hoe.
No, I meant to say hi, but I keep
You better fix that.
look.
But so in other words, I like to keep the move on. You know, like you do what you got to do during the week. On the weekend, maybe try to go somewhere an hour away or something. Can't do that now. And there's a lot of people I watch here on YouTube that travel and out of different places. You're told you got to stay in one place, so they're like away from people in like some kind of forestry area or something, and then the forestry area gets shut down because of social distancing. No one's thinking of these nomad people. It's terrible. So that's why I'm thankful to have a permanent place right now. hopefully this is I consider this coronavirus thing like a once in it's like the black, what was it called, the Spanish flu was like 100 years ago, so it's like 100-year event. So hopefully nothing like this will happen again for another 100 years. I would hope, or more. I don't know. But when this is all said and done, I'm hitting the road, man. Heck yeah.
It's unstable.
We've always been.
But also, please go check that. And it's on our property, if you're wondering. There's my mom.
Where'd you see where it says how many people are watching?
Right there. It says,
You guys are nerds.
One.
I don't want you there because I can't. Everyone wants to see the fire. If you want to move this chair over here, that's fine.
I'll be inside.
Oh, your mom said okay, setting up now.
Before I got there, Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear it. That barrel going. It goes. It sounds like a wood stove when it's really, when you got it open all the way and just really going.
They might be on now. It says 2.
Hi, Mom and Dad. It says 2.
That's funny. Careful. Don't be playing a ghetto music out here. You think this is?
No.
Oh, that thing is going, man. Holy cow.
Smoky Hill.
He's under there.
Yeah. It's kind of a cool day because the sun keeps going and coming and going and coming.
Got some good sun on the panel. You all right, Eli? Got some good sun on the panels right now.
The U-Log channel got nothing on this.
It's the hillbilly U-Log.
Hillbilly U-Log. You just throw a big log on it and you're good.
I think I'm going to change my shirt.
Still not one vulture.
So that's the shirt you have?
I don't know. I'm not even looking at it.
Oh,
Okay, it's a jean jacket.
it's free now. Pants.
So what's the I was trying to think, what's the typical Easter meal people?
Ham.
Ham? Yeah.
Ham and like the scalloped potatoes.
Ham and scalloped potatoes. Yeah, that's not my favorite.
I think on our own, whatever we're feeling for the meal. I mean, obviously on Thanksgiving you eat turkey, but I think we've had taco dip.
Yeah, when we were young, we would just make a layer dip. They called it good. Get a couple of bottles of brandy.
Yeah,
That was
there you
good.
go.
Yeah, all right. One time we were so far out.
You have to be more specific.
I think it was Thanksgiving, but we were so far out from where we were to go to a liquor store was over an hour. It was about an hour drive. And it was all the way in the Modesto from where
Oh
we
yeah,
were.
okay.
So I got in the car and I drove and got a big thing of brandy while you were making a layer dip. And I came back and we celebrated Thanksgiving in our first motorhome.
No, I think that was Christmas.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
even worse.
I think that was Christmas.
Oh man, I don't know. But it was great though. It was great.
It would have been funny if we had a YouTube channel back then. There would have been a lot of
And now it'd be bad.
stupid
A lot
shit,
of bad.
stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do some pretty funny stuff now.
I think we overlay over the years. Yeah, like that's why we don't do it.
That was,
anymore.
I think, one of the first things that we really could I know there's only 2 people watching, but we've been together since I was 18 and he was 20. So, a good long time.
Later dip's easy.
So that was like one of the rest. Well, it's still when you're 20 years old, you don't know how to cook, so that you got to learn how to make it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd make it, we wouldn't have the sour cream, or we wouldn't have the beans, or
We made a lot of during the Great Recession. You know, we made funny meals back then. We'd name them, and a jar of gravy.
But why it's called
potato.
And it's called Man's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, months. And we'd eat a lot of potatoes out of that, and butter. You couldn't have really that much butter. We didn't have a lot. I don't know how we
didn't have a refrigerator.
No, we had ice chests, or we had an RV that the ice block. Well, the refrigerator we put ice inside, which we still do in this one when we travel because it doesn't work on propane.
It's electric.
So some things are the same, where you just learn things, you know, in your life.
Yeah.
But poor man's Thanksgiving is a good meal.
Grandma said a fiery hurray, happy Easter. A fire hooray.
Hey,
Happy Easter.
Hi, happy Easter.
Well, you know what? I have to say, I'm not a big turkey fan anyway.
Do we type her back?
No, we just acknowledged her. Well, it's you guys and somebody else. I don't know who they are. They haven't said anything, so.
It's just turn her.
Yeah.
Dad, it hurts.
That's terrible. What happened? Yeah, what other funny meals did we make back then? We'd make.
Well, your mom's on here now, and we can talk about the tater tot incident back at Bacon Court.
Oh, she don't remember.
There's tater tots in this.
Yeah.
Your funny casserole.
That was come home from Malloy's casseroles. You come home and you take everything out of the freezer that you have in there: corn, tater tots.
It was very few and far between.
Green beans. I would. That's too far.
You put corn and like tater tots
and a thing of chicken broth.
Cream of chicken.
Oh, cream of chicken, yeah, and then
cheese. Sometimes chili.
I don't know, anything that looks like it might be okay together, and you just throw it in the oven. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I've been like that a long time. I remember as a kid, we didn't have a lot of money as kids. You know, we would be trying to eat. We didn't want to go home to eat and stuff. We just wanted to stay out. So we'd go to 7-Eleven. We talked to the guy into selling us just the bun, not the hot dog. We just get the bun. It was called the chili bun. And it was 25 cents we got it for. So you get the big cardboard, you know, and you get your bun, and you could fill it to the brim.
Harrison, I've got my mindset on you.
The cardboard, you know, with chili and cheese, and you just sit out front with your bicycle eating. And then he caught on that, you know, that I don't think he was making good money, like off the quarter. He started realizing it.
That would be like $1.
It went up to 75 cents by the time we realized for $1 you got the hot dog. So when it hit 75 cents, we said, forget it, we're getting a hot dog now. We'd also
want to see you doing that.
We also learned that
I'm exercising.
We also learned that the soda, right? You get the big gulp or whatever, it was like $1 or something. But if you got one can of RC Cola, it was 30 cents. But it was hidden like in the fridge area, all the way on the bottom, and then like in the corner.
Because that's the cheap one.
Yeah, no one ever bought that.
They always put the more expensive brands at your eye level.
You had to come down. You had to get down low and grab it. So you get
Don't do that. That's disgusting.
So you get your RC Cola and you get your chili bun.
There you go, man.
And then you sit outside. Oh man, that's how you spend your summer.
The gas station up by my house, where I grew up, they had, you know, all the really bad food, you know, snacks and crap like that. But we would, you know, get quarters from our family and go buy candies and things like that.
Well, I had a friend who got me hooked on. Do you remember home run pies?
Yes.
Home run pies was like this.
The cream pie.
Yeah, it was full of cream. You could get chocolate or lemon.
Yeah.
And they were like 25 or 30 cents or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would get those too. You know.
I guarantee you. I don't know if they still make the home run ones. But we've seen. They make it's another name brand. I don't know if it's Little Debbie, but somebody else makes them. I've seen them before, but I bet you they're not as good as the home run ones.
We'd get home run pies, and
they had a little cartoon guy on them, right?
It was in a pouch. That's all I remember.
yeah. But there was like a little
I
guy
don't
on
know.
it. I like the chocolate one.
Yeah, we would get those sometimes too. Instead of going,
chocolate, it's like a chocolate pudding empanada.
instead of going to 7-Eleven, we'd go to Safeway and get the home run pie, and then you could get sodas at the machine. You know, the quarter. I think it went up to 35 cents.
That's funny.
Being young. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's already open.
Great.
So when you come right up,
Sure.
I just put this on there.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. Taco truck is once I started eating the taco truck, there was no going for chili buns and home run pies anymore. That changed my life. I started
Yeah.
eating good.
First taco truck I think I ever had was with you.
The first time she ever called me,
You were at a taco truck.
I was getting a burrito, and it was like 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, that's the one thing. This coronavirus is driving me nuts. I want a burrito, man. I went one time and got taco truck after it started, and I ate
That's the
it.
last time we ate out.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. We ate it in the parking lot.
No, the pizza. When we got the pizza.
Yeah, we got a pizza to go, but we're not doing that anymore. But yeah, getting the taco truck. You know, I got a torta.
We're
But
not
I
even
was
going out.
like, when am I gonna get another torta?
As of tomorrow, well, I mean, you went to the post office today, so technically I did leave, but it's been a week tomorrow since I've gone to a business because you went to the post office in the middle of the week, but I haven't left the property in 6 days.
Yeah, she's you know, I think everyone goes through stages, and she's in this kind of like, you know, where you're like very cautious, and you might go through stages of how cautious and paranoid you are, or how much you're staying.
It's in our county now.
So
like,
she's in the point where she's like, I'm just not leaving. You know, she's her
if I
comfort
don't
zone.
leave, I don't get sick, right?
She has her comfort zone is just completely avoid.
Yeah, that's what everyone should be doing.
Well, I mean, like, okay, like say I wanted to just go take a drive, you know, around, you know, where we live, like around the hills or something, but she's not ready for even that. She wanted to just.
I don't want to get pulled over.
She wanted to just stay right here. Yeah. But she's used to working. I'm always home, and so to me, this is more repetitive. For her, it's kind of new to just be here so much. Yeah. Here's my walking stick. I gotta poke the fire, man.
It's smoldering.
You'll hear many complaints about how much it smokes. And yes,
Ha 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 ha.
yes, it smokes. All right, did I do it? There we go.
Pin the grenade, Blink 182. Who this other person is? I wish they'd say something. Don't be. I'm not a stalker. They're the one that's watching, not saying anything.
You're not very inviting, are you?
Oh my! The sun's really coming out now.
When you put the big log on, you gotta keep feeding it.
Yeah, you gotta get going good. Hey, show the manzanita that you cut how it's burnt, but show how it's alive in the middle
Hey,
or whatever,
I don't know if
fresh.
you can see it.
I might not see you guys because I'm gonna go watch TV. But if I don't, and it's already ended, give this video a like and subscribe. Bye.
Well, this is from our property had burned,
That's his walking
so
stick.
we
Like,
have
what?
these everywhere. It's manzanita. I don't know how well you can see it, but when you think it's all rotted, but when you cut it open, it's all pink, yeah, red. I'm colorblind, but you know it's got a nice color to it. We met a man who's actually making stuff out of this manzanitas all around our county, and he makes. What was he making? He made
You get all kinds of like kitchen spatulas and jewelry and things like that. But
utensils, like
he
wooden
said that the
utensils, I
ones
think.
that have been sitting in the sun, they crack, and you can see that one it's cracked and it's
Yeah.
not as pliable. Even though it's burnt, it's still usable. But when it sits out in the sun,
Yeah.
it's been almost 4 years.
But that's what my walking stick is. I didn't do anything to this stick. I didn't cut it. I didn't do anything to it. I was walking and I really needed a stick, and there it was. And I said, "Hey!" And then now I've been using it about 8 months now. And it's getting real shiny where I hold it, real smooth and shiny. Then I thought about maybe putting something on it, to protect it or something. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably let it be, natural.
Oh, my eyes.
Look at his antlers.
Yesterday morning after Good Day was on, I was watching Jack Hanna was on after, and he and I just whatever it interests me because that's really cool. He goes around to different wildlife parks and zoos and stuff, and the one that he was at was in near the Grand Canyon, and it was a wildlife preserve, and they had all the different kinds of animals that were in that that were indigenous to that area, like. There was bobcats and they had deer and things like that. Well, he told a story about a friend of his had befriended a deer, like just a regular, white-tailed deer or whatever.
Oh.
But I guess when they grow their antlers and the antlers are gonna,
Damn.
when the antlers are gonna fall, they get kind of aggressive, I guess.
Oh.
And so the deer had actually gored the guy. Like they were friends and it was fine, but then nature or whatever.
Shouldn't be friends with the buck, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of that. The same episode, they had bobcats, and so they went out in the enclosure, and I guess it's Jack Hanna and his daughter are doing the show, or his daughter was just with them on this one episode. But they went out and they were placing the meat in the pen for the bobcat, and so they put it in all different places so that they're still foraging or whatever, enriching to work for their food, enrichment.
Right,
We called it enrichment when I worked at the zoo to keep their minds going.
Instinct.
So anyway, they put it all the way up in this really tall tree. And the first thing the bobcat did, man, and they had put a camera up there by the meat, man, and it was just and it climbed up the tree, just right up there, man. It was crazy.
Scary.
And the daughter was like, "Oh, I didn't think I was ever gonna find that piece or whatever,"
Yeah, my dog brings home deer legs. I don't know where. I think it was the same deer, but it was spread out in time. But somewhere out here,
we had a mountain lion for a while that was like looking to mate.
It didn't find a mate though. It was angry. It was complains all the time. Like a house cat. If you have a whiny house cat that wants to eat, or it's just a complaining cat, it's just bigger.
Shorty.
Yeah. Let me see that Labrador. Y'all think I can hit it from here? Probably gonna blow up.
Great. I was gonna say let me make a video, but we're live streaming.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh, shoot!
That's 3.
Oh. Yeah. It's funny. I'm more civilized here. I'm using lighter fluid and stuff. When I lived in the trailer park, mobile home park I used to live in, where they were very frowned against my fires, I would walk around. Well, I used to drink back then. I'd be drinking whiskey with almost said a bad word again, with a gas.
That's a really bad word.
With a gas can. I'd have a little gas can, and I'm squirting gas on it and drinking. Oh my goodness! No wonder the neighbors were worried about me. I'm more civilized. I'd probably be all over the place without any fear. Oh yeah. everything's really wet. We've been having a lot of rain, so just trying to keep it going.
Neil McCoy wink.
Hmm?
That's the credit.
Oh man.
That's all good. It's peaceful.
I gotta admit, it is boring not going anywhere. It's hard.
Well,